Côte d'Ivoire, our land of forests and farms, is a treasure. We are known for our cocoa and coffee, gifts of our rich earth. Our coast, kissed by the Atlantic, is home to vibrant cities and fishing villages. But this beautiful land, like many others, is changing. The climate is changing, and we feel it deeply. The temperatures are rising, bringing a new kind of heat to our days. The rains, once predictable, are now erratic. Sometimes they flood our fields, other times they disappear, leaving the land parched. These changes, small at first, are now impacting every part of Ivorian life. We see the signs all around us. Our forests, once teeming with life, are thinning. The animals, our companions in this land, are struggling to find food and water. The changes are gradual, but they are undeniable. We must act, and act swiftly, to protect our beloved Côte d'Ivoire. The biggest threat we face is the change in our climate. The air is hotter, making it harder to work under the sun. The rainy seasons, once our lifeline, are now unpredictable. This disrupts the rhythm of our lives, especially for those who depend on the land. The rains, when they come, are often too heavy. The water floods our fields, damaging crops and making it difficult to plant new ones. This leads to less food for our families and a loss of income for our farmers. The changing climate is making it harder to grow what we need. But then, just as we need rain, it disappears. The sun beats down, drying the soil and scorching our crops. This cycle of floods and droughts is a heavy burden on our farmers and our country. We need to find ways to adapt to these changing weather patterns and protect our food supply. Agriculture is the backbone of our country. We rely on the land to provide food for our families and income for our communities. But climate change is making it increasingly difficult to farm in Côte d'Ivoire. The cocoa and coffee we grow, our pride and joy, are sensitive to changes in temperature and rainfall. Too much rain or too little rain can damage the delicate beans, reducing the yield and affecting their quality. This directly impacts the livelihoods of our farmers and the economy of our nation. We need to find ways to protect our crops from these changing conditions. We need to develop new farming techniques that are more resilient to drought and floods. We need to support our farmers and provide them with the knowledge and resources to adapt to this new reality. Côte d'Ivoire is blessed with incredible biodiversity. Our forests are home to a vast array of plants and animals, many found nowhere else on Earth. But climate change threatens this natural heritage. As temperatures rise and rainfall patterns change, many species are struggling to survive. Their habitats are shrinking and their food sources are becoming scarce. This loss of biodiversity weakens our ecosystems and makes them more vulnerable to further damage. We must protect our forests and wildlife from the impacts of climate change. We must create protected areas where plants and animals can thrive. We must work together as a nation and with the global community to conserve our natural heritage for generations to come.